Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target.
Touchdown! Cam Akers from 21 yards away. And the Rams will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Saints nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Rams 14, Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Saints nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. That's caught left side, it's Higbee, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Bryson Hopkins.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Winston's throw here taken in by Parker.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 3rd down, Winston. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Play fake. Winston. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Winston.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense. Their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play action. Stafford. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the foot.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Finding Harris over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action now. Winston. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll throw again. Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later. On every offensive coordinator, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford can't get away, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They go play action. Winston. And he's got his target, Harris. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They run. It's Mark Ingram trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Stafford. They'll dump this off to Akers. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stafford now to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for L.A. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 4-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Rams 28, Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy.